Hello and good morning from Timea from Unreal Reality. Last night I have filmed a video and I have mentioned that I haven't been filming in a while because I also wasn't very satisfied with how I look like lately. And it kept ringing actually in my head and I said, well, now you will see me. This is how I look when I wake up. This is how I look like now. And all of the things that have happened in my life in these past few years have left a trace on my body and on my mind, on myself. But I have decided to, well, accept it because, yeah, that was, that's what the experience did to me. But I don't need to stay that way. So the methods that I am doing, yes, in the last video I have mentioned a couple of things which I was doing, but I am really working on my well-being. So when people see me during the day, when I come to the office, I had already 2-3 hours of well, not 3, but maybe 1 to 2 hours of working on myself, of doing something to keep myself sane. And so when Django was born, and basically for a long time, since I didn't have anybody here to help me, he was working, so I was mostly alone. I was doing everything on my own. I was exhausted. I was at the end of my energy, and that was definitely of the end of my energy and my nerves, and that was definitely showing up on myself, on my body, and in my behavior. And I had that little baby, so I knew that I had to keep my shit together for him. So whenever there was a problem with my ex, he could leave. He would just go through the doors, he would leave. But I had to stay and find a way to calm myself, because the kid is soaking up my energy. He was so attached to me. And even when I was exhausted from waking up in the night and from breastfeeding or whatever it was happening, I was there. And I had to find a way that when he cries, that I cannot say stop crying. If I say stop crying, if I yell because of anything, he would just go more. So that is not the way to do it. I could not, I would get to the edge of, I don't even know how to say, sanity. To get me there, but I had to find a way to just throw it out, to get it out of me, because I need to stay sane for the sake of that kid. And I don't think that it is a coincidence. Well, I don't believe in coincidences, and I know that everything happens for a reason. The video I made in Croatian is called The Fall Back Up. It's the name of one channel on Instagram that I'm following, and I liked it very much, but actually I never considered this to be a fall. I called it like that because I know that in the eyes of the others it looks like a fall, just like many other things that we're judging. I was that person. I was a moral, judgmental person before things started happening to me, and then I understood it. So I never considered any of things happening being a fall, but an experience that is there for a reason. So my partner, my Belgian partner, yeah, how to call him, my ex, and me, we knew each other for a long, long time. We have spent many lifetimes together. And if you are new to my channel, if these are your first videos, then you should watch my video about reincarnation. I have with him witnessed actually reincarnation, because because, well, his daughter is called, for example, just exactly as I thought I would call my daughter. And his ex is called like my nickname is. My nickname, my mom calls me Timika. So my partner and me, we met in Morocco. He's from here. I'm from Dubrovnik, Croatia. We meet in Morocco and we knew nothing about each other. We just danced, actually. Nothing. So, but later on, when we started to get to know each other, when he mentioned her name, I was like, what? So how is it possible? Because my name Timea, he also, when we met, okay, we got the names, but he didn't know that my nickname was Timika. So reincarnation is absolutely real, happening. And watch my video about reincarnation to see, well, you think that it's not, or that it's crazy only because that's what you grew up with. If you were born in India, when a person dies, you would be looking, where is he born now? And it would be completely normal, and you would find that person. Very often, you can locate the person, you can trace it back. So they are even working on that. Watch my video about reincarnation. So I absolutely knew that there was a reason. So we had to meet to get in this crazy atmosphere which we had, to get in it. And I had to have a baby at the same moment so that I learn to control shit, to control myself, so that I learn to control and probably get to the edge. Well, not suicide, something, get to the edge of nerves. I think that many mothers will relate with me, that they can relate with me. Because some moments are really demanding and difficult. Now just imagine if you had nobody to help you. And then I was in another country also, everything was foreign to me. So there I am for finding a job and everything, there were a lot of things happening inside of me where I had to raise. And then again, the situation from 2 years ago, which started, then the extreme fears and everything. So all of it has left a trace on my body, on my feelings, on my nerves, and that is what is seen now. So I said in a video in the Croatian, actually, maybe not in that one in English, that last year it was thanks to my joining to Young Living, the media marketing, that I got really some concrete, well, besides meditation, okay, I knew meditation and body working, but it was thanks to the teachings and methods that are given to the girls, to people that get into media marketing, that really, it was worth gold. So I learned there really to make a program to get up earlier. That was a very important thing, to get up earlier before everyone, actually. So I mentioned in the video in Croatian that I was getting up at 5 o'clock and the other girls at 4 o'clock. Well, the thing is that here the working hours start at 9, and in Croatia it's at 8. It's from 8 till 4, and here it's from 9 till 5. We are at the same time. The hour is the same, but actually the sun is setting, getting up and setting 1 hour later over here. So that's why here in Belgium it's 9 till 5. And over there it's 8 till 4. So my 5 o'clock getting up was actually there 4 o'clock. It was still 4 hours before working time. And 2 hours before your kids wake up, probably. So I started getting up earlier, and that was very important because that's when I found time to do the things that were needed for my mental health, to meditate, to take care about my body a little bit, about my face, so I have to pamper a little bit because this is how I look like if you look at my older videos. So when I started working here at the office, and there's a photo in the signature, and it's awful. And they say, oh no, you look good. I say, but you're telling that only because you don't know how I looked like before. You don't know what a beauty I am. So now I am in a phase when I'm recovering from it. And as I said, I look sometimes better than other. It depends from the angle, but that's it. That's how I look like now. And later, when I put makeup and get dressed, and I can look a little better. For exercising, okay, so I get up earlier, I meditate. First, I take some warm drink. I will be talking about actually what I'm changing. It's just how my body, I get tired of something, so I do something else, but it's always something nutritious for the body. Then I meditate, then I exercise. So now it's been already a year. Well, not regularly. Exercising is not so regular. The more exercise here at home, but I'm biking. When I worked at Goodwill, the 4 months, I was biking 10 kilometers there and 10 kilometers back. Then January I didn't work, and later on I realized actually why I was supposed to be out of the offices at that time. Again, the universe made a perfect timing. I wasn't supposed to be in the offices in that time. That's not when I needed to start. Then from 14th of on the 2nd of February, I had the interview. So 2/2 of 2022 is when I got the permanent job, and on on Valentine's Day, I started working. So it starts my love story, well, with the universe, with the company I work for, and so on. So till there, I'm biking 5 kilometers, and when I had to bike to Conti, to the company Goodwill where I worked. I needed to stop, and I said, well, I would like to have something closer here in town, so like 5 kilometers. Then on my way to there, I was passing through Berchem, and there's a lot of companies, buildings and companies, and they have glass walls, and I was thinking, I want to work in such an office, actually, a glass wall. Then this Goodwill, it's a family-owned business. And it's very personal. It's nice, you see the boss, you talk to him, he knows the employees. And I was thinking, I want to work in such an environment, a family-owned. And the company I work for is all of it, the place where I work. And there's even a little piece of the water, river. So when I see the river, in the last video I said that I'm just being grateful for things. Well, it's not like I'm all day saying, oh, I'm so grateful I'm so great. That's not it. I just see the water and I think, thank you. I'm just doing a bunch of thank yous because I'm so thankful. When the numbers aligned, when I get some numbers, but in a very specific moment, it's not just like you see, 11 or 12, but there are very specific moments when they happen. And so that's what makes them different from just seeing a number. Like yesterday, I was walking this way and I saw first the registration 777. I said, oh, nice. And the next registration I see is 333. And they go, oh! And the next one I see is 147, which is the number that's been following me when I had my lecture in Croatia, in Dubrovnik, when I was pregnant with Django. I showed them a couple of screenshots of 147 appearing in very important and specific moments. So, and I said, oh, so that's what I mean. It's not just seeing one number, even though I can appreciate that as well. I will always say thank you. But it's because I feel it. Maybe in the beginning you need to force it, but that's it. Throughout the day, my vibe is constantly getting stimulated and reinforced by by the little miracles, by the little signs that the universe sends me. I call it universe. But the thing is that, so what is it? God, us, what is it? Well, consider everything as micropixels, because that is the base of our reality. If everything is made of these little black holes, but if I say black hole, you don't have a really good interpretation. It's a double torus. So it's like imagine it like an apple, but imagine if everything was and it is actually at the bottom of its reality. It's vibrations, but imagine, so you have the core in the middle, the little where the seeds are. Imagine there's a heart, and you have that swirl on top, and it's from the bottom. So that's how the energy is getting inside, and from the inside it's projected outside. But there it's swirling, it's constantly here, swirl, swirl. So it's in and out, it's a pulsating thing. How did they get there? Ah, yeah, what is this all? So entire reality is made of that. But if you imagine it, so like TV here, you see it's pixels. When you come closer to it, you see that it's dots. From here it looks, there is the bed, there's a closet, and so on. But it's made all of little dots when you come closer. And that's what this is. So that's how everything is one. But since we are in a specific coordinates of it, and we are experiencing that all from our focal point, so nobody has the same life experiences. You can be sitting here next to me, but still you would be looking your life from your coordinates and with all of the things that happened in your life. I call them glasses of perception. So ever since you were born, but even then there's a soul which enters. Soul already had an experience, but let's leave that out for a moment. Ever since you're born, so you have some experience, and that's pink, here is blue, here is yellow, now you get purple, now you get green, so you have all kinds of experiences, different sign tones, and I have my experiences, and that's what we are looking the life through. If your parents were constantly, oh, what are you doing? That's not right. Oh, you're so clumsy. You grow up with that voice in your head, and that's how you're looking at life, and that's how that's what you're projecting. That's how you're vibing. You will be clumsy. You will be very nervous. You will think that you're bothering the world. You will think, so you will think of the world, and you will try to convince me that that is the world, but it's not. So we are all different, and at the same moment we are all one, because there's no space. There's no stopping between me and this. This is it's all one. You see, it's micropixels, so it's all made of same energy, atoms, whatever you want to call it. So it's the same. So there is no. We are one. Me in my closet and you watching me there. So we are one, but we're also different. So that is what God is. Now, if they say, is there somebody, one conscience? Well, it's all of us creating this. So how does it really happen? Well, it happened by attraction. What I mentioned yesterday, that we will attract things, and who is sending me these signs? Well, I don't know, but it's just like me, us. It's just physics of this physical laws of our reality. You know, if you think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, and that's what our reality is made of, actually, at the bottom, physical fact. If you think in those terms, you get to completely another view of yourself, the others, the reality, the world. So our biology as well, we'll get into biology. Now this is kind of like setting some other basis. So what do I do all of the day? I'm just, because I see the little miracles, and the more you see them and the more you acknowledge them, the more is coming. Then I'm tapping. I started tapping recently. Again, not every day, but I'm doing it because if our body is also made of energy, and we are we are intaking a bunch of stuff which is destroying the electroconductivity of our cells. You know, you need to think of cells also. For example, butter is so important because it keeps the cell intact. Margarine, it's poisoning it. The chemicals, the toxins, they are destroying cells. and the body becomes toxic. But what does it actually mean, toxic? It becomes like a swamp, actually. There's no electrical conductivity, and you need that. Your cells need to transmit energy, the signals. So you need to think of that. But some people, even with eating crap, whatever, or smoking all life, can get a very long longevity, can live very long, because they have a strong heart force, life force, appreciation for life. You can override that. But majority of us is impacted by everything, and if you don't have a strong joie de vivre, if you don't have a strong, if this is not strong enough, then you need help from outer things. You need to exercise to move to move the electrical, to move the energy. You get it? We already have all of this inside of us. So I, from last year, started working intensively on keeping my shit together. So I said, I have all the knowledge and all the tools. I just need to start really doing it. And that I cut my hair because what is cutting a hair? It's getting into your masculine energy, into doing, because it was time to move. I had to do a lot. And I was really doing it. And that got me here to this moment where I am in this beautiful apartment with a great job, with nice colleagues. I am close to town, I'm close to everything. Soon I'm getting a car. I have progressed so much and acquired a lot of strength and will and everything. And what I said in my video in creation, if people knew what is happening now in this period, what is awaiting me, they could never believe that phase, what they're seeing at the office. So relaxed, but I am so relaxed. Before, I would be shitting my pants, I would be freaking out. But since I got such a strong confirmations of the unreality of the reality, and I got such a good basis of knowledge and information, and when you hear it, you can't unhear it, of how our bodies really work, and why are we taught wrong, and how the reality works, and why are we taught wrong, and everything. So I'm tapping, what did I say? I'm trying to dedicate more attention to my food. Then I'm trying to make, so when I'm at work, I have 30 minutes break. And I'm trying to use that in a, again, constructive, myself-building way. So I will either eat in front of the computer and then go for a walk, because it's nice that it's next to the water and there are waves. I'm so, it's like a mini holiday. Either if the weather is bad, then I will go to the kitchen and I will dedicate some time, like 15 minutes, in preparing a sandwich, but it will be something nice and lekker. It will be something nice and tasty. And I'm trying to dedicate, if I'm not doing it, I'm getting fat. If I dedicate time to prepare my food, if I use creativity, and then I will eat the other 15 minutes, then I'm losing weight. But of course, sometimes I have other days, even though I'm doing the mental work or I'm writing a diary, I'm planning things. Planning was also very important. But I'm writing a diary, writing affirmations, thanks, and I post it on my computer. I'm so thankful for. Well, I just think so. Sometimes when I get tired of what I'm doing, go outside, breathe a little bit, and I'm thinking, I'm so thankful to have a permanent job, to get a salary every month, that I can pay my beautiful apartment, and that I can be independent here, and to have these beautiful colleagues actually here, to see these beautiful people, and to be forced to bike 20 minutes because I would be lazy otherwise. So, I just go and I bring myself back and I can go further. So, it is work, but at the same time, it's playing, and that is all I need to do. If I don't do it, my days look totally different. If I don't do it, they're just more chaotic, and it's so visible. I can't control myself. I can't remember who was it. Who did they ask? One of the sages. They asked, like, what did you gain with the meditation? And he said, it's not what I gained, it's what I lost. I lost fear, anxiety. All of these things. Can't remember what else it was, but these are already big. So you lose that. You get so okay, in peace. Okay, so that would be it. I'm gonna continue now with the stuff I was doing here around. Have a nice day, wherever you watch it. Good night if it's in the evening, and see you in one next video. Bye.